This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and this is the iPhone Air. And these are three styles of cases from Torras that you'll definitely want to check out. First up is the Ostan Q3 silicone case. If you're a fan of silicone cases, there are not a lot of options out there, so this is definitely worth a closer look. This case comes in 8 different colors. Ready? Obsidian black, desert gold, baby blue, cosmic orange, blush pink, mint green, pearl white, and deep blue, which I have with me. This case is a reinforced polycarbonate frame wrapped in silicone. In testing, Torras completed over 5,000 drops at up to 12 feet to make sure the case would do well to protect your phone. The inside of the case is lined with soft microfiber to keep the back of your phone free from scratches and also help soften the impact from any drops that might happen. This microfiber isn't just one piece laying on the back inside, it actually wraps up into the edges of the case. You'll also notice this ring imprint here, which showcases that the case is also MagSafe compatible. We'll test the MagSafe strength in a bit and know that it's the same across all 3 cases we'll look at today. Here's a quick look at the case from the front, where you can see that it's doing a good job hiding the bezels of the silver iPhone 17 Pro Max that's underneath this case. And then here's a look at the case from the back. The case is made from food-grade silicone and is a good quality feeling silicone case. It has a good balance between being grippy and firm, while still having a soft and comfortable feel in your hand. This case also has a matte finish, which does well to resist fingerprints and is easy to wipe clean if you were to get something on it. On the back of the case is a 360-degree rotating stand, which you can pull out and rotate around to stand your phone up in either portrait or landscape mode. I've said it before, but this is a feature I was a little skeptical of to start with. But once you get used to using it, it's really hard to go back to a case without this. I personally find it super handy to stand my phone up during video calls or for watching content on YouTube. Beyond that, you can also use it as a finger loop to hold up this giant iPhone 17 Pro Max. Once you're done using it, it's super easy to just fold back down into the back of the case. Torras has tested the hinge on these stands to last for at least 30,000 cycles of opening and closing, so this should last a long time. These cases are all MagSafe compatible and have strong magnets on the back, which are all going to be plenty good for use with car mounts and desktop stands. When you combine the strong MagSafe and the stand, you can connect your phone to surfaces in some pretty unique angles. The buttons on the case are clicky and responsive, floating, and are made of anodized aluminum. Also on the right side is your camera control button. The camera control button works well with all the clicks, double clicks, and swipes that you need to use. The screen lip on this case is a little bit on the lower side, though this is with a screen protector. There's still enough of a lip here that you'll be okay keeping your screen off of surfaces if you're placing your phone face down. Looking at the back, the camera ring has a little bit of branding and is going to give you decent protection, keeping your lenses off of surfaces. And then finally, looking at the bottom of the case, you have a good cutout for your charging port, microphone and speaker, and a mounting point for a lanyard here down in the bottom corner. Let's go over a quick look at the iPhone Air in the pearl white color. This case is a nice warm color of white and has gold accents for your camera ring, buttons on the left, as well as your buttons on the right. Everything else about this case is very similar to the variant we just looked at with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Next up is the Ostan Q3 Air case, which is a bold case with a lot of cool features. Torras sent me 2 out of the 4 colors, which are deep blue and cosmic orange. It also comes in shadow black and glacier sprint. We'll mostly look at the cosmic orange color, though I'll show you a little bit of the deep blue after we've taken a thorough look around this case. Out of the 3 cases we're looking at today, this is the only one without microfiber lining in the back. But this case is also transparent, so we get to see the color of our actual iPhone through this case. First up, let's take a quick look at the front, where you can see that it's doing a good job covering all the bezels of the silver iPhone. And now here's a look at the back with the iPhone 17 Pro Max in silver installed in the case. Looking at the back of the case, this definitely gives me athletic wear vibes, with all the different dots and writing along the back edges of the case. Now at the bottom, as well as the top of the case, are these air pockets. This is a similar design to some basketball shoes that you might have seen. These air pockets are quite durable and can take a lot of pressure. If I push really hard on them with the end of my finger, you can see what kind of movement there is. Thanks to these air pockets on the top and the bottom, this case has a military-grade drop protection rating. The case also has excellent grip in the hand, thanks to this dot pattern that you'll see on each side of the case. These dots go inward, which makes it more comfortable to hold compared to if they were little bumps sticking out. All the buttons on this case are floating, which means they have really good response and click, just like the buttons on your actual phone itself. On each case, the camera control button has a unique color. On the cosmic orange, it's a solid white, and on the deep blue case, more closely matches the case color itself. The button itself also works really well, which is always a relief to see. It's responsive to swipes, clicks, and double clicks. At the bottom of the case are precise cutouts for your microphone, speaker, and charging port, as well as the lanyard mount. Something else that's good to know is that with the shape of the bottom of the case, this is actually quite comfortable to hold. It sits pretty well in your pinky and isn't too sharp. Screen lip protection on this case is good. It's similar to what we just saw on the silicone case. Right now there is a screen protector installed, So if that was removed, the lip would actually be a pretty decent height. Here's a look at the lip on the back for the camera, which is plenty high. As a reminder, all three cases we're looking at today have that same ring stand that pops out and rotates around so that you can stand your phone up in multiple orientations and folds back down flat when you don't need it. So that was Cosmic Orange. Now let's take a look around the deep blue color. Here's a look at the case from the front, a look at the case from the back, from the left side, as well as the right side. A closer look at the air pockets on the top and the air pockets on the bottom. Cutouts for your charging port, speaker and microphone, as well as a mounting point for a lanyard. Last up, we're going to take a look at the Ostan Q3 Veg Skin case. This is a vegan leather case made from a silicone-based material that's got a smoother feel similar to actual leather. On their website, Torras says that each case does a better job compared to traditional leather alternatives at reducing carbon emissions. The color sent over to me is amber brown, which has more of a traditional leather case appearance. Each color of this case has gold accents and a black border, which work well with the other colors, which are obsidian black, cosmic orange, pearl gray, and deep blue. Looking at the inside of the case, you can see it's lined with a soft fiber material that's going to help prevent scratches to the back of your phone. Here's a look at the case from the front, which is doing a good job to not show the silver color of the phone underneath. And then flipping the phone over, here's a look at the case from the back. Now it's a little tricky to convey this because I'm telling you how this case feels, but know that it feels nice and soft and premium. It is a smoother feeling case, but when you're holding onto it, has a decent amount of grip, making contact with your skin. What's really great about this material as well is that it's really repellent and resistant to liquid and dirt, so you can easily wipe it clean. On the back of the case, you have access to that great 360-degree rotating MagSafe stand, which tucks away when you don't need it. Looking at the left side, you have gold accent floating aluminum buttons, which are all clicky and responsive. Looking closely, this might be my favorite part of the case, which is a concave that runs from the top to the bottom. This gives the case a nice comfortable grip when you're holding onto it. On the right side, you have that same concave going top to bottom, this gold accented aluminum button, and your camera control button, which is also in a gold accent across all colors of this case. Looking at the bottom of the case, you have cutouts for your speaker, microphone, charging port, as well as a mounting point for your lanyard. The entire edge of this case is a nice TPU material that's nice and comfortable to hold onto, but does a good job keeping the case on the phone. Overall, this is a really good lineup of cases that gives you an option if you want a more athletic and bold looking case, a more premium and classy looking case, or a really solid everyday case. If you'd like to pick any of these cases up, I'll leave links in the description along with any discount codes that I can get my hands on. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hit the like button for fun, consider subscribing, and I'll see you again.